My first full day, I decided to take a train from Catania to Syracuse to visit Ortigia Island. The ticket cost about €8 and it took around 1 hour and 20 minutes. The train drops you off in Syracuse, and then I had about a 20-minute walk to the island of Ortigia. The architecture and the limestone buildings are really unique. I spent some time strolling around the streets, and it was definitely not crowded at all. But there currently was a heat wave, so it was super hot, and I think everyone went to a beach or was just trying to stay out of the heat. It's a very small city, so it's really easy to walk around just within a few hours. I ended up getting pasta alla norma for lunch, but forgot to get a picture or video, and then took a walk along the sea to enviously watch the people swimming. I definitely recommend Ortigia for a day trip. It was really beautiful, but I definitely would have loved to see it when it was less hot and there was just more energy to the city. After spending the next day exploring more of Catania, I spent the day after in Taormina. I normally always take trains, but this time I ended up taking the bus. It was €5 in about 1 hour, because the trains actually drop you off below Taormina, and then you end up having to wait for a bus anyways to get up to the main part of the city. This way, it would drop me off right at the center. It was once again incredibly hot, but still very lively there. It was definitely all tourists, but I expected that. I walked down the main street and browsed all the shops and got to the main piazza where they have the giant sparkly Taormina sign. Taormina was really stunning. The views were incredible, and I really enjoyed this small garden that you could visit. It's free to walk around and was very peaceful, and there weren't a lot of people there. After all this walking around, I decided to stop and get lunch. Places were all definitely more on the expensive side, but finally I found a place that had great reviews and was off on a quiet side street. The food was incredible. I got ravioli stuffed with swordfish and lime. The owner was so kind. We chatted in Italian, and he told me what it's like to live in Taormina now that it's become such a tourist town, and about his dream to move to Switzerland. And he kept giving me free stuff. He gave me an eggplant dish, a free cannoli, and topped off my wine once as he was walking by. It was such a wonderful experience, so definitely if you're in Taormina, go visit Ristorante Aranciara. After lunch, I headed over to check out the Greek theater. When I tried to go in the morning, the line was insane. But now in the hot afternoon, of course, there was no line. The tickets were €13, but it was definitely worth it. You could explore all around the theater as well as stunning viewpoints. The ruins of the theater look so cool with the sea in the background. I really recommend visiting it. And there's still plenty of places to cool down in the shade as well if you visit in the hot summer. Since it was the hottest part of the day at that point, I went to the famous Bam Bar for Granita. It's very popular, but I waited just 5 minutes and then had a delicious Granita for €4. After that, I did some shopping for some gifts to bring back with me and then took the bus back to Catania. I actually stayed in Catania the whole time, which was a stunning city as well. I ended up really enjoying the city, even though it was a bit on the rough side. But I did a walking tour through Airbnb experiences that was absolutely fantastic, and I will link it down below. The city has so much character, the architecture is beautiful, and the food, of course, is absolutely amazing. I want to go back and spend more time in Sicily just to eat more food. I hope you enjoyed this super quick recap of my Sicily trip, and I will see you all again soon. Ciao!